Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Ari. I've got another episode for you today in the Law of One series. This is more on the healing training process. And in the last episode, we discussed the 3 parts of the healing training process. So if you haven't listened to that yet and you're kind of wondering what this is about, I'd probably go check that one out. But this quote by Ra today, I don't know what's going on with me this morning. This quote by Ra today discusses 2 of these 3 parts in a little more depth. So this quote is from The Law of One, Book 1, page 85. Quote unquote, imagine the body. Imagine the more dense aspects of the body. Proceed therefrom to the very finest knowledge of energy pathways which revolve and cause the body to be energized. Understand that all natural functions of the body have all aspects from dense to fine and can be transmuted to what you may call sacramental. This is a brief investigation of the second area. To speak of the third, if you will, imagine the function of the magnet. The magnet has 2 poles. One reaches up, the other goes down. The function of the spirit is to integrate the upreaching yearning of the mind-body energy with the downpouring and streaming of infinite intelligence. This is a brief explication of the third area. Crazy, I know. This is all so crazy and so concise, and these visualizations are definitely difficult for me to do. I'm not very good at visualization and picturing these energy pathways that are going through my body from dense to fine. And these visualizations definitely test my ego. They test my mental limits. They test my model of the universe, how I expect things to be, especially the way Ra just phrases these things. Imagine the more dense aspects of my body. I don't know if I can do that yet. What even are the more dense aspects and the more finer aspects? I think that from my point of view, from my interpretation at my current knowledge, that going from dense to fine, maybe going from physical to the spiritual, the physical is a lot more dense, a lot more just solid looking, and spiritual is a lot more abstract. And Ra also discusses these quote unquote energy pathways which revolve and cause the body to be energized. And this also we might have to re-question our knowledge about what we think we know about what causes us to be energized. And I'll just say that right there, but there's a lot in this quote that I just don't understand at all. And that's why I love just sharing this if other people have other opinions on what they think that this all actually means. And it's interesting that they talk about this can be transmuted to what you may call sacramental. These basically processes, these natural body processes, which I'm not exactly sure what the word sacramental means, but it's something to do with holy or something to do with, it seems to be something good. So we'll just leave it there. And then this third, basically the third function, has to do with the spirit. And Ra has us imagine the function of a magnet. There are 2 poles, one reaches up, one goes down. But instead of the north and the south and what we call them, the function of the spirit is you're integrating the upreaching yearning of the mind-body energy and the downpouring and streaming of infinite intelligence. And this honestly makes a lot of sense to me because this is what we've been doing these episodes on. A lot of these terms have started to make sense and go just fit together like a puzzle piece. So the up part of this magnet is basically the upreaching yearning of the mind-body energy. The down part is the streaming of infinite intelligence. This healing process is basically, the third part of it is balancing and integrating these 2 together. You say, how is it even possible? It's basically your ego energy, your human energy, your spirit energy, or no, your mind-body energy. Mixing that with the infinite intelligence that's always pouring, always in streaming. It's very interesting that I just want to talk about this a little more, that this streaming of infinite intelligence, this intelligent infinity energy is always downpouring. It is always coming. It is always being pushed into our atmosphere. It's always being pushed into our lives. And we need to start letting it in. That's what I get from this quote. We need to start letting this intelligent energy in. This streamings of infinite intelligence. I don't know why I have such a problem saying that. But let me know what you think. Let me know. I know this is a very confusing episode. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and let me know if you have anything to add to the discussion. I know that the more voices we have involved and the more people that speak up, the more rich of an understanding we can get from this material and then use it to not only help ourselves, but to help others with this healing process.